Okay, so you guys can buy one property. Let's say you close on a property 60 days from now. Okay, so we are May 8th, May, June, July. July 8th, you close on a property. Okay, you go, you move there for a day, you put it up for rent. Okay, remember the rent has to be the same amount of your mortgage monthly payments. What does that mean? Let's say if you got to pay a mortgage of $3,000 a month, you have to rent it for at least $3,000 so they can cancel out. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have the rental agreement. That's number one. Number
So
two,
sorry to interrupt you. How would that work? So how would we do the math on that for like if we're planning on putting it up for Airbnb? Because obviously that's
so
gonna fluctuate for occupancy.
correct. So for Airbnb, they're gonna get the average. So for Airbnb, it'll take, hey, if you have 2 months, they'll get the average of the 2 months.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what they'll do for Airbnb. You'll get the average of 2 months. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. You're gonna show the statement because in Airbnb you actually show, hey, I made this much money on Airbnb. Okay, so I wouldn't worry about that. So you use the money, the income of Airbnb. It cancels out with your mortgage payment a month. That's your first document. Your second one is your explanation letter. Okay, so the explanation letter, I will help you draft it also when the time comes. It's saying why are you buying another primary when you just bought another primary? So we're going to different banks. The bank that we're going through, they're not telling you to live there for a year or 2 years like other banks do. They just say you have to live there for it to be your primary. Okay, cool. You live there for a day, and now you're gonna put it up for rent, and now you buy your second primary. Okay. The third thing is the right lender. You already have the right lender. Okay. So with him, you can buy properties back to back to back up to four as a primary. So primary, it constitutes as a 5% down. Okay. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but usually 5% down. I used to do it at 3% down or a 0% down. Okay. Obviously, because I'm prior military, so they have a couple perks, but it shouldn't be over 5%. You guys should be fine. Okay, so those three things, and then you can do it back to back to back by multiple properties. Like I said, your 5-year plan, you can have it in 1 year
Yeah, and when we talked to Glenn, he was talking about the Hometown Heroes
program.
minute system program. He said this year they actually changed it to allow just any Florida resident. Like you don't have to be a veteran or first responder.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you guys can
Yeah.
apply for that. So it's good if you do your papers with him. So the Hometown Heroes has a cap. What does that mean? Let's say if both of you made $150,000 plus, you don't qualify because you made too much money. Okay. Last year or 2 years ago, the cap was $131,000. Okay. So my mom, we did an amendment on her. She made $130,000. Okay. In order for her to qualify. Okay. So there are ways around things. There are ways around things. Obviously, I'm not an accountant. I do pay a lot of money for the accountant. I'm like, hey, go ahead and do this for me. Look at my numbers, look if I owe, I don't know, but we gotta fix my mom's stuff. So the way I see it is, and they were giving $30,000 or $35,000. So I pay an accountant 5 grand and I get 35 grand. To me, that's a deal.
Oh
You know
no,
what I'm saying? So that's how I view things. I mean, on the lens of an investor, I mean, Jimmy, you know that you're an entrepreneur. You're like, hey, how much am I gonna spend? How much am I gonna get back? That's what we look at,
yeah.
or how much am I gonna save? So
Um,
um,
and then also too, I told you we did that home buyer program class or whatnot.
Oh, you guys did it?
Yeah, we already did it.
When?
We have a meeting on Monday to actually get their certificate.
Oh, wow. Okay, good for you.
Yeah. So, do you know if we're able to like, I don't know, stack that, or are
we able to double dip with anything else?
You should ask Glenn that. I don't know. I'll be honest, I haven't done that since like 2015, 2016. Okay. I don't really qualify for that. So I just have my mom do it or my friends or people that I know. I'm like, hey, do this, do this, do this. You know, they're able to get a little money. Do you know how much is it? How much is your
So when we went to Bank of America and I talked to them, they said that there's two grants right now. There's one for 7,500 and there's one for 10 grand. And she said
Okay.
you can actually, if you qualify for both, you can actually get both,
Yeah. Yeah,
either
that's
down payment or closing cost. And then there were a couple other banks, I think, oh, what was it? What was it, Fifth Third? TD Bank also offers 15 thousand. I think it's that, I think that's just through their bank. I don't even think that's through the county too, for down payment and closing assistance.
got it. Okay. So you can okay, so this is the thing. Glenn is different than TD Bank and it's different than Bank of America. Okay, so that will be a decision that you guys have to make who you're gonna go through. Okay, that's something that I give you guys the information. Obviously, you're taking advantage of it. You already did the voucher. You already know about the Hometown Hero program. Yeah, there is a lot of money out there. Okay, back then when I was getting houses here and there, we were getting federal 7,500 and then state another 7,500. We had $15,000. Okay, for down payment and closing costs. So you guys can stack. I know with TD Bank, if you're going through TD Bank, you guys can stack the 15,000 that they're giving plus the two grants, the 10,000 and the 7,000. So that's now you're gonna have $32,000 in order to get a house. Now the only downside is that TD Bank, I believe they require for you guys to live 24 months as a primary. If you sell it or if you buy another one, you have to pay that money back. You see what I'm saying? So just know, you just got to know, you got to give and take. Hey, what do you want? What I can tell you, I mean, what I had friends do before, they bought one, their first primary, they bought it with a loan and help, they got $30,000 or whatever. Since they bought another house, they got a letter, hey, you got to pay this much, and like, hey, I'll pay you, but I don't have that much money. Okay, then they give them a monthly plan. They're able to pay it back monthly. So that is all really depending on you guys. It's really depending on you guys. What do you guys want to do? How you guys want to go about it? If you guys want to wait 2 years, obviously me, fuck no, I'm not waiting 2 years.
No, we definitely don't want to wait 2 years.
So how do they know that you're living there as a primary? Is it just getting mail there? Is it just like, how do they know?
Okay, so the bank will check within a month or 3 months after you purchase the property.
What, they send people out?
No, I don't know how because they did it to me. So I'll tell you something. I got a job on paper. The day I closed on my house is the day I closed that job on paper. Okay, so they actually called me 2 weeks later, like, hey, we know that you don't have a job anymore. We don't want to retroact the loan. Do you have income? I'm like, yeah. Like, they're like, okay, send us your bank account, and then the lady actually, she said, well, they only allow us up to 2 weeks after we close to go check up on you, and you did have your job, or my last check came out 2 weeks after, so I was good. Okay, so yeah, all it is just to know. Okay, so ask TD Bank, hey, do you require me? Or just tell the bank, hey, look, I want to live here for 6 months and then probably go move to another one. Am I allowed? You're gonna have to do your research on that. What I can tell you is banks usually 6 months, a year, 2 years, they want you to be your primary. Okay. Again, it's up to you. It's up to you guys what you guys want to do. Obviously, you are saving a lot of money, 15K here, another 15K there if you go to the TD. If you do the Hometown Heroes and it's open for everybody, okay, that's a little bit more money. Okay, so they all do have their prerequisites. So, for example, I think for the Hometown Heroes, you could have not bought a house within the past 7 years. That was one of the prerequisites, or 4 years or something like that. Okay, so in my opinion, you guys should just stick with, you can look up the prerequisites online. Okay, what are the prerequisites for Hometown Heroes? Like, because it is for first-time home buyers. But if you guys get in the voucher, use a fucking voucher. Okay,
Yeah.
you get in the voucher from the county, use it. You should be able to get the same, because all the banks do, they just guide you. Oh, you want to buy a house? Okay, cool. You don't have that much money here. Go to this program. Many people don't know about those programs. Okay, and usually the bank doesn't care because the person there is getting paid 15 an hour. They're just, oh, okay, a loan. The less work they do, the better.
Well, even like when we because we physically went into the banks and like all that was there were those tellers and stuff like that. And so they had no information. Like I feel like 80% of them gave me the mortgage department number
I'm
and
scheduled to have somebody call us.
yeah, and I had to call that specific department to find out information. Like I don't even think a lot of them have them on their website.
I think really the only one that gave information offered was Bank of America.
Yeah, and TD Bank.
Yeah, and TD.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a different mindset. Here, us, Dennis, Jimmy, Unico, we're all looking for ways to make money and get better. Most people, they're just set on their 9 to 5.
Yeah,
You
they're
know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, they're just not gonna get out. And trust me, because I have tried to help a lot of people. Okay, I have tried, believe me, I have tried. My sister, my mother, my cousins, I have truly, truly tried. And to be honest, it was just exhausting. You get, and I understand it. It's not for everybody, taking this type of risk. It's not for everybody. For me, it's just sad to see a lot of people that I knew just give up on their dreams, while somebody like me that fucking class clown, kicked out of school, suspended, argument, fights, whatever. Hey, I do what I want when I want. Obviously, I am very disciplined. I wake up in the morning and I have my routine. But most people just gave up. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Most people just gave up, and nothing you say will get them out of there.
Yeah, I think it's the same with like
Yeah,
our
it's the
family.
same with a
A
lot of
couple friends too that I've even like already talked about this opportunity with and stuff like
I have
that.
friends that are comfortable making 30,000 a year. I don't know how.
It's so crazy. So crazy. Living at their parents still, it's just so crazy to me. But
Yeah, it's a different mindset. My bills, like today I made a little over 7 grand, like 7,100 or whatever. And that's still not enough to pay my bills. It's really not. I have my house in Tampa, my car in Tampa. I got this penthouse here. And, you get into a different lifestyle, So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. We just got to move forward. Whenever they want help, we're there to help them. If they don't want help, okay, that's it.
yeah.
So,
Well, speaking of, do you have another informational meeting scheduled yet or no?
I had one this past Monday.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. I
I'm
meant
looking to do one. If I meant to do, I'm meaning to do one every other day. Like I'm gonna push, just because you guys got into a different offer. Okay, like Dennis paid 20 grand. Okay, for the same thing that you guys are paying 125 a week. So the day that you guys came in is literally the day that I gave the offer of 125. I'm gonna look, I'm gonna do $125. Like people are gonna have no excuse. hey, let's see how it goes. So I drop my, my $20. Like, I'm like, hey, I'm not doing the program, no, but this one's better. And you know what I know what is crazy, since now I'm like, hey, it's $125. They're like, oh, how good could it be? I'm like, bro, it's the same thing as the 20 grand program. They're like, yeah, I don't know. So now they have doubts because the price is so low. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a give and take. It's crazy, it's weird, whatever. It is what it is. It really is what it is. So yeah, I mean, that's where we are, So Jimmy, I mean, obviously you already see you're saving, you're gonna save a lot of money. And hopefully you do get these properties back to back within this year. So you can say, hey, fucking 2025, about 5 fucking properties.
So is it okay if we tell Amy our plan, like with the Airbnb and stuff like that, or we say we just want to buy primaries back to back to back?
To Amy, you can tell her, say, hey, I'm looking to do an Airbnb, but I'm buying this as my primary. Okay. Yeah. So you can tell her, hey, I'm looking to buy it as a primary, but I'm going to turn it into Airbnb. So if you can send me places that have Airbnb, or you know what she's very good at, Jimmy, just reminded me, she's good at getting homes with equity. Okay. She's good at getting home with equity. So there was a house, she showed me a house. She put a house on Instagram the other day. The value 670 was selling for 550. Okay. Now you got to ask her, hey, is this cash or can we put an offer? If we can move in, and then while you're there, you can do the little fix ups, but you already gain $100,000 just by having it. You see what I'm saying? So she's really good at that. So if you tell her, hey, can I have a meeting with you? Okay, and just be honest with her. Be like, hey, I'm looking a house where either I can Airbnb it or that has equity that I'm gonna buy off with a loan.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So that is her strong. Okay, that's why
I like both routes.
Yeah, exactly. Both routes are good. So that's her strong. Her strong is making sure when you buy the property, you're gonna make money, or you already bought a property that has equity in there. So just make sure you let her know. Okay, tell her, hey, I'm doing the loan this way. It is a primary mortgage, but I'm looking to either Airbnb it in a little bit or fix an Airbnb, or I'm looking for a house that's completely destroyed that can still pass FHA guidelines. Gotcha. Okay, so you can walk into a house that have $100,000 in equity.
Yeah, I'm testing right now because she's really cool. Like
yeah, she's very nice too. She's very, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you talk to her, be like, hey, Arturo says he misses you. I always BS her. She's a very nice girl. Very, very. Cool. So whenever you go see property with her, just FaceTime me. Well, I'll call her.
Okay.
Gotcha. You guys have any other questions when it comes to that? And guys, you guys can always text me, okay? I'm busy. I'll tell you something. I'm busy all the time. I have a lot of people text me, but I prioritize my clients. Okay. And I'm not the kind of guy that, you text me at 11 p.m. If I see it, I'm going to answer. I don't say, hey, I don't answer on the weekend. Like, to me, that is a broke mentality. Okay. There's people that come out to me and I'm like, hey, can you get on a call right now? It's 11 p.m. on a Sunday. Like, oh, sorry, it's on Sunday. I'm doing, rehearsals with my whatever lesson, my violin. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to fucking make you some money, bro, but it's cool. Literally, that's how it is. So I answer my phone all the time. Obviously, you guys have priority. I don't answer to everybody. If you guys do have, like, hey, we got strong questions, we can either do a Zoom meeting or on the Thursday. Okay, on the Thursday. So you guys will be fine. Okay. So you guys will be fine. Yeah. Jorge, what's up, Jorge?
What's up? How you doing?
Doing good. Oleg, how are you? He's in Peru right now, so I invited him in.
What's going on, man? All good, man. Finally, I was able to jump on. What's happening?
Perfect. So, Jorge, do you have any questions on anything, any suggestions, or are you trying to do something like anything I can help you on?
Not at the top of my head. I've been like real busy doing stuff though, and I'm really excited.
Good,
But I'll hit you up if anything.
good. Okay, you probably have because you haven't been in the calls in a minute. So
Yeah.
I'm offering HELOCs. Okay, for people that are not part of, I mean, obviously you also paid high ticket. Right now, this program, I have it at $125 a week. Okay, another thing is, hey, if you, let's say you bring people in, you get 30% of whatever they're paying. Okay, now, what is the difference between this program and the one before? Well, number one, Jorge, you already grandfather in. Okay, so all the deals that I have, you can have them. Talking about the trade line, I have a list of over 400 trade lines, very cheap, that you can go ahead and, add $200-300 on top, sell them, make some money. Okay, if you want that list, text me, I'll send them to you. Also, you have access to my primaries. Okay, what are my primaries? So, you're in the credit space. Once you clean people's credit, they really don't have a lot of choices. Like, they don't have a loan, they don't have a car, they don't have nothing. They're like a baby. 780, zero actual mixed use credit. What am I doing? We're adding 2 revolving accounts, 2 loans, 3 authorized users, maybe an American Express account manager and authorized user. Okay, why? It is going to take a little bit. 7, 8 months, 10 months, they can go ahead and start getting loans. Okay, so we have to build them. Many people think it happens, it happens fast. Hey, once you have the good credit, you get on this and you'll be good in 8 months.
It takes about like 7 months to report.
No. In order to mature on your account. Okay, so it reports right away, or 7 to 14 business days, you start reporting, but
Build data points.
exactly. So if you need, if you have somebody with no credit history, they don't have a loan card, they never had anything. Okay, you want to have a mixture. Okay, 2 loans, 2 or 3 authorized users, and revolving accounts. And then you have to let that mature. Now, most authorized users, they only stick there for 2 months. Okay, the list that I have is only good for 2 months. Now, mine's the one that are my personal, obviously I have more leverage. I can leave people there for a year, Dennis got into the one that I'm going to leave there for a year. Okay, why? Because his plan is long-term. Hey, we're getting to Amex, we're going to be there for a year, 2 loans, 2, 3 revolving accounts, let it age, let it marinate. Now you're going to apply for a loan. You know what I'm saying? Because his credit is being wiped out clean. So you have to build it. Like, I got off the phone before you guys. I got off the phone with somebody, and they're like, "Yeah, I put a trailer in my account. He paid $700. He added as another user. He tried to go for funding." I'm like, "Dude, who's advising you?" He's like, "Oh, it's my friend." I'm like, "He's not really your friend, because he should know that with one authorized user, you can't do much. You have to have a mixed use." So obviously it's sad. The guy wanted to make a quick buck or whatever, but it works. Okay, it works. You just have to tell your clients, hey, this is the route. It is, it is an 8-month route. This is the prices. And, you want to do it or not. Regardless, dude, they're either going to pay the price today, or they're going to pay the price within 3 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So there is really no way around it. Okay, I have one card. I have it's a $20,000 limit, $15,000 card. Okay. I only have 9 spots in that thing. Literally, that's it. That's why I have 9 spots in it. So obviously I can't give it at a wholesale price. For my clients, dude, it's fine. Fucking I'll put you in there for a year for this much money. It's cool. Like, for me, my goal is like Jimmy and Nicole, they're gonna be making money. Okay, they're getting into the houses. They signed up to build their revolving accounts, to get revolving accounts and get some credit. So in a few months, same thing with them. They're doing the houses. While they're doing the houses, they're also making sure their credit's strong. Okay, 7, 8 months, 9 months from now, they're gonna be good to get loans. You know what I'm saying? So that is the downside of this, which is a little bit a long time, but there's no other choice. But like, this is the fastest way to do it. Once you have check credit and you come out of there, this is the fastest way to do it. And like, hey, you refer people, you get 30% out of whatever they're paying. Because dude, $125 is really not a lot of money. I charge a lot. I used to charge a lot. And now I drop it to 125 and I'm gonna push. I'm about to, launch ads. So that's literally where I am. And Jorge, like, you can fucking text me, we can get on a call and drop a game plan for you and your clients. Okay. Also, I was introduced to a software. This past 3 days ago, I was introduced to a software. Okay. The software literally tells you all the key points from 200 plus banks. Okay. And it gives you a little green light if you can apply there, a yellow light if you need something, a red light if they're definitely gonna say no. Very good.
Oh, is that like a GPT software?
No, it's not ChatGPT. It's an actual software. It's not ChatGPT. I have
Yeah, bro.
ChatGPT doing it. I'm not sure. ChatGPT, they start giving information in 2021. So how accurate can it be? I don't know. Maybe if you pay for the new one, I don't know. But things have changed a lot in the past year. You know what I'm saying? So how good can ChatGPT be when it comes to knowing what the banks are requiring? Dude, by all means, I'm not sure. I'm sticking with American Express and TD Bank because I know their procedures. Okay,
Yeah.
I know their procedure when it comes to loans and when it comes to getting into American Express. Like I said, American Express is no longer good enough to be an authorized user. You have to be an account manager. So anybody who's trying to sell you an authorized user, they're really not doing you a service.
Yeah. Bro, last night I was up all night and creating a GPT message system that's like a consulting thing. And it's like, it's really good. It's really good.
For what? For funding?
It's consulting for funding, credit repair, asset protection, taxes, just to like be able to be legally compliant in everything. Because funding, it has to do with taxes. I mean, LLC structuring, because
Correct.
and yeah, it's really, really pretty. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm doing stuff.
Good. Well,
else.
text me. We'll get on a one-on-one call.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Oleg, you have any questions?
No, man, so good. So far so good. Just following you guys. I know you talked to a couple days ago. So thanks, man.
Okay, no problem. So I'm gonna show you. Let me see if I have the list here. I'll show you guys the list. Okay. Do you guys have it? And Nicole, do you guys have the list?
Where was it posted? Because I think we had just joined the group after you posted it.
Okay, let me see.
You're talking about to add to your accounts, right?
Correct, the authorized user list.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that because I was trying to look for it last time we talked.
Yeah. Guys, and to be honest, we're updating this every 4 hours because they come and go. Somebody today, I think it was Oleg, I think it was you, right? Oh, no, it wasn't you, it was somebody else. They're like, hey, can I get the $35,000 one? Did I check? Gone. Okay, and we had 3 spots left on it. So they go out very, very quick. They go out very, very quick. So
where did you post it? Was it on the on WhatsApp?
No, I think what I did is I showed it to you guys. I showed it to you guys on the call last week, or unless you ask me for them, then I will send it.
Yeah, if you get a moment, can you just send that to us? Cause
Yeah.
I don't know where it was.
Yeah, I'll send it to you guys. So anybody here, to build a strong profile, 2 revolving, 1 loan, 3 AUs. You want to build a stronger one, 2 revolving, 2 loans, 3 authorized users. Okay, that is the way. If you guys are looking to get, over 50, $70,000, between $70 and $90,000 in the next 8 months, anybody with good credit over a 700 credit score, 720 credit score, that has 3 revolving, 3 authorized users, okay, and 2 loans, you'll be good. Okay, so that's how the profile should be. Okay, literally, that's how the profile should be for any of your clients. I know you have a few clients, that's how your profile should be.
Question.
What's that, Jorge?
What about the no doc loans? Like that's to build up the personal stuff, but what about to build up the no PG stuff?
Okay, no PG, you do need an income.
Yeah, that's true.
You do need an income. So how can we get away with it? We can get away with by doing the document saying, hey, this business is going to make this amount of money. Okay, but you still need an income. And what they're doing now is they are having your accounts receivable as a backup for the loan that they're giving you. Okay, the last one that Carlos did for 70K, that's what they had him do from TD Bank. Okay, they want your accounts receivable as a lien. Like, hey, if you don't pay, they can pull money right away. Okay, that's how it's being done, to be honest.
Like, can you explain that again?
Okay, so for loans, no PG loans, there's 2 ways for no PG loans. Okay, the way number 1, they'll attach like a lien to your accounts receivable. What does that mean? You're signing a document that says if you don't pay, they can go and overdraft your account. That's way number 1. Way number 2, when you have big trade line reporting on your business account. What does that mean? I'm talking about if you have 2 trade lines that report $300,000, okay, and they're over 2 years old, we can get no personal guarantee money. Okay, so you either need 2 trade lines or money coming in. Those are the 2 ways to get no personal guarantee money.
Yeah, because I tried doing this like no PG funding as a service, but nah, it just crashed and burned. It's bad.
Yeah, so you need trade lines in them, bro. You need to put trade lines on the what you
Yeah, I
call
mean, I had put some trade lines, but like ended up costing me like 10, 15K because I reimbursed to the clients what they had paid because it took a long time to report. And then later it did report, supposedly, but I was like, nah, I'm not even gonna continue that
I
because then
can do it. If they have it, I can do it. I can do the loans.
if they have that,
Yes, if they have the trade lines on their business account and they have an 80 paydex score, I can do the loans.
but what if they don't have income on that LLC?
Like I said, we do a futuristic income.
Oh
So it
shoot,
doesn't
they
matter.
like manufacturing the bank statements?
No, we don't manufacture a bank statement. We're doing a projected
Also,
analysis.
it doesn't ask for documents. It's a no doc loan.
No, they do ask for projected. So, we have somebody on the team that does projected analysis depending on the business and the industry. You know what I'm saying? So all we're saying is, hey, we believe that this company is going to make this much because, let's say they're on the trucking industry, because the trucking industry is making X, Y, and Z. This has the potential to make X, Y, and Z minus 30%. And then we just show data. But
Mm.
we can get, if you have clients that have trade lines on their business and they have an 80 paydex and they're posted, we can get them funded. So let me know on that. Okay.
I don't have a. I'm not in touch no more contact with that client.
Okay. Well,
But
if you want to text somebody like, hey, you know, somebody can get you funded, you pay on the back end, we can get them loans. So we do multiple loans, 3 to 4 loans, and maybe 2 credit cards afterwards.
and that's like the no PG stuff.
No PG loans, and for the credit cards, they are personal guaranteed. Yeah. So if they have trade lines, we can get them. We can get them money. You know, we got in guys 350,000, 400 plus thousand. Okay, no personal guarantee. So I mean, when I say no personal guarantee, they don't guarantee it, their business guarantees it.
Yeah, I know that stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, that's the only thing. The list, I just got your text, I'll send you the list. Ollie, do you have a question? And guys, I suggest it with everybody and even the people that you know. Make sure you build, because even though the market's down right now and a lot of people are saying, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen with the tariff, whatever. Once everything crashes and burns, it's going to jump back up. Okay. I know guys that in 2016, they invested $25,000, okay, in Tesla stock. They're sitting right now at $80+ million. So if you guys can put yourself in a position that you guys have loans available to you or lines of credit, dude, you know, I'll tell you something. I will personally, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to sell everything. All my money is going to go into stocks and crypto. I know crypto is the future. Stocks, obviously, I want to be a little bit diversified, but when it comes to XRP, when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to good stocks or anything that Elon Musk touches, that shit turns into gold. Okay, so I'm going all in on that, and you guys should be doing the same thing to go all in on those. So obviously, I'm letting you guys know what I'm doing. You know, also if you want to sell a HELOC, Jorge, if you want to sell a HELOC, you know, 9.9%. Okay, that you get on the back end.
And people, I mean, and how much do they pay?
They don't pay nothing. A HELOC, so this is what a HELOC is. A HELOC, home equity line of credit. So if they have equity on their house, so right now, a lot of people don't want to refi because they locked in their interest at 3-4%. Okay, so what is more convenient for them? More convenient for them is, hey, let me have a line of credit on the house, and they only pay what they use. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, they're using their house as collateral. Okay, they are using the house as collateral, but they don't pay anything until they use it. You know, we get paid at 9.9% on the back end. Okay, once the whole thing is done. Okay, there is a point or two added also for doing all those papers. A point or two is nothing, you know, 4 or 5 grand to get 200,000-300,000. You know what I'm saying? So you can do it, dude. Like you can make money. A lot of money, you know, with the trade lines, and if you do one HELOC a month, you can make money. You do an app saying, hey, I do HELOCs, you know, I charge you a back end fee, you can make money.
And the people that would qualify, and looking for that, then they already know what that is.
Yeah, just say, you can advertise it as if you have equity in your house and you're already locked in at a rate and you don't want to refinance, but you want to get the money out, there's a way to do it. It's called HELOC, home equity line of credit. We can do a line of credit on their house. Okay, that's literally what we can do, a line of credit on their house.
So we get 30% of that 9.9%? Or if we do it for them, we
If
get,
you're in the group, you get everything. So I don't take, so let's say, if Jimmy and Nicole, they know somebody, they want to do a HELOC, hey, they take the 9.9%. Now they're in the group, they were thinking of doing a HELOC. I'm not gonna charge them 9.9%. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna, they're already inside the program paying, hey, the whole thing is waived. You know what I'm saying? So my goal is not only for you guys to make money, but also to save you money.
that's good.
So I'm saying, if you know somebody, hey, I can do a HELOC, we do the back end work, you keep the fee on the back end, which is the 9.9%. I think same goes with you, Jorge. Okay. All right, guys. Any other question? I mean, we kind of ran close to an hour. It's 7:24 right now, or on my side, but it's 8:24. You guys' side. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just a random question. Right now, you're in Peru,
No, I'm in Colombia.
Colombia. Oh, that's your new apartment, right?
Yeah. But I'm
Nice.
gonna be back in the States. I'm thinking of probably going next week or within a month. I got some things pending over there, so I have to go over there.
Cool, cool.
For sure. Any other questions, guys? If you guys don't have any more questions, or if you guys do have questions throughout the week, make sure you
Yeah,
write them down. Go ahead.
so I'm still not logged in to the school platform. But is that where the trade lines are, where I can see the wholesale trade lines?
So in order for you guys to see the wholesale price, I'm gonna upload and give you guys exclusive access to that. Okay, because I don't want that thing going everywhere. So just gonna give you guys exclusive access to that. So I'll tell you once they're in and put, hey, trade lines, that's gonna be a big thing, says trade lines, exclusive access, and it's just gonna be the people that I allowed in individually.
Okay, yeah. And those trade lines, like the ones that are not Amex, like they only kind of last 2 months on your account. So you gotta have your credit cleaned and then you get the trade lines.
Correct. If so what I'm seeing is a lot of people are using this authorized users in order to buy a house. So for example, they're like, hey, you need to, they're maxed out on their credit cards. Well, for a few $100s, they get a $35,000 credit card, and now their usage is very low. So their points go up and they can go into a house.
Oh,
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it all depends what you're gonna need it for. You need a car loan, the same thing.
So also, is Andreas gonna be working with us to do credit repair? Because
Yeah.
I have some people we could yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
also have a few guys, but you guys can utilize them for sure.
Okay, so that way when we have clients like, hey, you need a little credit repair, talk to him, and then we'll start getting everything raised up on your score.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and one thing, the trailer will be updated every day, Monday through Friday. They get updated. Okay. Just know that every day they're gonna get updated because they come and go fast. You have no idea. They come and go fast, especially at the price that I have them. Okay, they literally come and go. People tell me, I want this one, I want this one. I check, gone. Okay, so they are in demand. So yeah, any questions? Oleg, you have a question?
Yeah. Tell me about the process of adding one of those AUs on the client's credit. What do you need, and how do you take the payment?
Okay, so I'll let Dennis answer that. Dennis, what did you give me in order for me to add you as an account manager on my Amex?
I think the social, the address, the name, and
The birthday.
email. Yeah.
Yeah, email and a birthday. Yep.
No, I mean one of those trade lines that you're gonna provide access to. let's say I want to get for one of my clients credit. How do you take the payment and what?
I send you a link.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's two ways to do it, depending if you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So for example, on your second trade line, you save 10% on the second one. On your third one, you save 20%. On your fourth one, okay, you save, up to 30%. So obviously I want you guys to buy more and also make more. So I have them at a set price, but for the people here individually, hey, I do give discounts. If you get on mine, I have more leverage. They're not only there for 2 months, okay? They're there for, hey, as long as we can in order for you guys to get funding. You know what I'm saying? So I do have more leverage on mines. And I have limited spots only because the bank only allows certain amount. For some of them, they only allow 4 people. Okay, for Chase, you only allow 4 people. For Navy Federal, they only allow 6 or 8. You know what I'm saying? That's why they become expensive. They do become expensive. I have one that is 20 years. I'm sorry, $20,000, 15 years old, never once a late payment. Okay, that one goes for $2,000. Why? I can only allow 4 people in that thing. And obviously I'm not looking to say, hey, okay, you're 2 months past. No, I'm looking to, hey, make sure you're trying to, what I'm saying? Be as close as you can to where you're trying to get to your goal. So that is the whole purpose and the whole goal of this whole thing. Helping you make money, helping you save money and grow and make sure you guys grow your client. I know Jorge has a funding company, Oleg, you do as well. Dennis is getting into it. So this is for you guys to use. They're very, very valuable. This is for you guys to use. That's why I don't know if you guys saw, but I put in one of mine at night. I think you asked me about it for $99 a month. Okay, why? Because I understand that I need to keep people there for a minute. Because especially on American Express, and you have to come in there as an account manager, not just an authorized user. You want to be in their system for at least 8 months, 10 months as an account manager before you apply. Especially if you defaulted with them before. I got people that have defaulted with them before, and there's a right way to get back in. They just want to know that you're not gonna default again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can get back in, yes.
Yeah, because I know that they blacklist you.
You do. You get blacklisted. You do get blacklisted for 7 years. The way to get back in is, number one, you cannot just pay half of your debt. You pay them off. After you pay them off, you get on as an account manager for 8 months minimum. After an account manager, if your credit looks strong, then we can get you in. And then we do increases every 3 months. That's how you get the high limits: 25K, 50K, 40K, 100K.
Yeah, because Amex is the best when it comes to high limits, as long as you're on the good side.
Exactly. How long you're on the good side, dude? Dude, I got guys that I got on 6 credit cards on Amex: 40K, 50K, 60K, 70K, 50K, 30K. $250,000 in. We got everything in 1 month. He was already in Amex. He just didn't know how to do the increase. So we're able to do the increase on all his cars. And how you do it every 3 days. You do increases every 3 days through the app. Okay, and you got to do 3 times the limit that you have. So if you have a $10,000 one, you ask for 30K. You have a 30K, you ask for 90K. And the best part about it is they only do a soft pull. So it's great, dude. I love Amex. I really do. So, all right, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, if you guys do want to share, for those of you who are not in the program, it's only $125 a week, and you can fucking come into the program and take advantage of a lot of things. Dennis paid 20 grand. Jorge, I think he paid 15 or 12, I can't remember. You know, now I'm having it at $125 a week because I wanted to expand. You know, and Jorge, check out the program. Okay, you're gonna see how to build business credit, how to build personal credit the right way. When I say the right way, many people are going through different companies to build their personal credit. Dude, it doesn't work. I mean, it works, but the banks are not dumb. The banks can see what you got in. You know what I'm saying? The banks can see if you're an authorized user, they can see, okay, you're only doing this to make yourself look good on paper. They can see all that. You know, so what you want are loans directly from a bank, revolving accounts directly from a bank, at least 3 authorized users, let it marinate, bam, now you're in. You know what I'm saying? And I show how to do all of that inside the program.
And that's in the course.
Yeah, it's inside the school. It's inside the school account.
I'm not in the school.
Okay, I'll add you into the school.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
All right, perfect. All right, guys. Any other question, feel free to shoot me a text. I will see you guys next week. If you have any questions, I'm bouncing.
Hey, Arturo, real quick, can you send me that list?
Yeah, I'll send out. So this is what I'm gonna do. By tomorrow, I'm gonna upload it on school. Okay, because so the list we update it every day.
Gotcha.
Okay. Why? Because dude, they're coming and going like flies. Why? Because dude, my markup on them is like fucking $50. Okay, it's really nothing. So people are finding out and they're buying. So you know, I'm gonna have my assistant, hey, every morning when you come in, update the list, upload it there. Update the list, upload it there. You know, so every morning it's gonna be new. You're gonna see it's gonna be different every morning. So it's not just one size fits all. It's, hey, what do we have today? Okay.
Okay.
And the ones that are mine, obviously, I have more leverage on those. I will put on a website and let you guys know, hey, these are mine. You guys are into mine because I have more leverage on mine. You know, like Dennis got into the 1 year on my Amex. Why? Because I can keep you there for a year because I manage it. You know, and you're not only an AU, you're not only an authorized user, you're an account manager. So I have leverage on mine. On the other ones, I really don't have leverage.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Any other questions before I leave? No, going once, going twice. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.